Hello and welcome to a review of Rent a Girlfriend Season 2, Episode 10. Now, last week was the dominating factor that Ruka had to go through to overcome Chizuru's likeness. We have to remember, Chizuru has the likeness factor that it is like a high level. Like, you can't beat her. You can't beat her. Her acting is what Chizuru has in store to make herself be more better than Ruka. Now, understand, focusing on these four has its own twists and turns. And that's what I like about Rent a Girlfriend. Rent a Girlfriend is one of those series where it's like each character, including Kazuya, has these flaws. They always have this worst case scenario, and it makes you want to cringe sometimes to a point like, oh my God. And you always cheering for that person in the back. And still to this day, I'm still getting on Twitter about what I said. About whether I put Rent a Girlfriend as one of the best rom-coms of all time. To me, second. Because Nisekoi is always in my heart. It's always been number one. I'll put Nisekoi on everything. So I have Nisekoi, Rent a Girlfriend, and then the quintessential quadruplets. That's the story in a nutshell. But last week was Ruka's shining moment. Ruka may have lost the battle, but she won the war. You may have lost the battle, but you won the war. So just like this, the kiss was her last ditch effort. It's like one of those. It's like playing Yu-Gi-Oh. You got all these maneuvers. And then he or she overcomes that. But then you got this last heart of the card moment when you like draw heart of the cards. And boom, right off the gate, you got a strategy and you're going to use it. You may win or lose, but that was that last effort trick, last effort strategy to go by. And like this episode is that. But it was other than that. But other than that, though, there were some other moments. Moments that we see a death flag coming in. And a lot of things to be talked about. So let's get right to it. Episode 10 review of Rent a Girlfriend. Now, the continuation of this is the kiss. You know, you gotta love Rent a Girlfriend for not just the characters, but the die-hard animation they went through. I mean, the animation that they put Ruka through, kissing Kazuya and showing all that tongue action, wow. She fully, and then, I know people are gonna joke about this. It's time to joke about it right now. Oh, she's sexually assaulting Kazuya. Oh no, that kind of let's not front and say that right there. You wish it was Kazuya. To all you Kazuyas out there, Rent a Girlfriend fans, and Ruka fans out there, I'm pretty sure deep down inside y'all wish y'all was Kazuya. I mean, the way Ruka kissed. The way how she kissed him and the way how Ruka did all that tongue action just to show us all those in her lips. I'm telling you right now, y'all wish y'all was in his shoes right now. Because I can tell you right now, y'all would have kept going and going and going. Now, I get it. Kazuya don't want no bound. He don't want to push the boundaries of this. He doesn't. Now, we can all love and hate Kazuya for the wrong reasons, for the bad reasons. I mean, wrong and good reasons. This reason alone tells me that, wait, this is too much. Wait, we just kissed. I mean, this was your first kiss. And at my house, at my grandma's house, you a little drunk, try to pretend you're drunk and all that. No. And I love how Ruka trying to play it off, you know. She's just doing this last kiss because, again, she's trying to fight. She's trying to fight for Kazuya, and I get that. Now, this is what is important about Rent a Girlfriend. The symbolism that Kazuya and Chizuru have. I get it. They're trying to fake this relationship for their grandma's sake. But once they get to that arc, all hell is breaking loose. Everything will be said and done. And I'm waiting. I kid you not. I'm waiting for that. But the most important thing was the ring. Kazuya's grandma gave Chizuru the ring. An engagement ring once he turned 20. And he did. Take note. Notice I'm not like wow. Not like excited. Like, oh my God, this episode really kind of hit on a lot of things. I mean, yeah. Even though the ending I'm gonna get happy about, but this was kind of important. So Chizu's grandma, Kazuya's grandma gave Chizu the engagement ring, you know, and really touching. It was really touching. I mean, like Chizu was trying to like, I don't want the ring. I really don't want it. But she's like, but she, you know what? This is one of those best. You know, they say respect your elders. You gotta respect Chizu's. I mean, you gotta respect Kazuya's grandma. And I gotta say this right now. A better, like, if all, I know people gonna say, oh, Granny Tsunade is the best granny. No. Kazuya's grandma, she's the best. She's the best. Best elderly person in anime. I don't give a shit. We can fight. We can fight it out. I don't care. Kazuya's grandma is the best elderly person in anime history. Better than Master Roshi. Better than, I will freaking say, come see me. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Gave it a ring, and, you know, Kazuya was trying to say, like, trying to tell his grandma the truth about everything, about what happened with Ruka and all that. Then you get a phone call from the hospital and saying that Chizu's grandma was unconscious. She lost consciousness. Okay, so they rushed into the hospital, all sweat and everything, but she's alive. Yeah, and you gotta love the BFF between Kazuya and Chizu's grandma. You gotta love both. They respect. You know, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. They're BFFs for life. And this is where it gets touching, though. I understand they get along, you know, and they talking to Kazuya, you know, how Chizu was doing, you know, talking like. But the doctor put Chizu aside and talked to her. And the sad thing about it is that she doesn't have time left. That kind of hit me watching that scene. I mean, she has no other family. As sad as it is, she has no other family. The only family she has is her grandma. And when they get to that episode about her backstory, about her grandpa, you gotta see that story. You gotta see it. You gotta see why her grandpa motivate her to become what she is. But there's reasons for that. But you gotta see it. Now, I understand. Once Kazuya realized this, Kazuya's like, we can't do this. You gotta tell her. I gotta tell her, because time is just, she doesn't have time left. And I get where he's coming from. He doesn't want to end this on a bad lie. Like, he's been living with, like, think about this. From the beginning, he's living a lie. He's living a relationship lie with Chizu. Pretend they're a couple to you know, to support the family and all that, to help his grandma, you know, all that stuff. I get that. But the times like this, you gotta come clean. Now, Chizu, I can understand Chizu's perspective, because Chizu doesn't want to see her grandma be sad and die. You know what I mean? She wants to see her grandma on a happy note. Like, she wants to see that smile. That's what she wants. She wants to see him happy. Enjoy the life again, you know? We have to keep going with this. I don't want to break her. I do not want her to break her heart. That's the overall thing. She doesn't want her grandma to have her heart broken. Like, it's like, okay, we got to pretend like you're a handsome guy. And that's a couple. You know, we are a couple. But we got to keep this flow going, because I don't want my grandma to be sad. And that's the ticket. That's the thing. What's driving this relationship, this fake relationship, is for their grandma's sake. Now, remember what I said about best grandma of all time? The best seniors. Let's go with seniors. The best elderly / senior person is Kazuya's grandma. Because once he left to get a cab, she gave Chizu the ring and said this. It really, you know, I'm putting her words, but she said, you have no other family but your grandma. When worst comes to worst, pawn it. Just pawn it. That's why I like, this is why she's my favorite. I'm surprised she's not even in the top 5. I'm surprised when they did the popularity poll, she's not even in the top 5. That's, I mean, like, you got to replace her over mommy in terms of popularity poll because, she, you know, you're talking, oh my God. Words can't describe how I feel, but it's just, Kazuya's grandma is so wise. So wise. Gave her the ring and said, worst comes to worst, if any, pawn it. Pawn it. I mean, you don't have your parents. Your grandma, you know, when that time comes, you don't have anybody but yourself, but Kazuya. And you're gonna have financial issues. So take the ring and pawn it just in case. That kind of, to me, that's, it's like you have two grandmas. You have two grandmas in your life, Chizubu. You have Kazuya and you have your own. And they're bad and they're helping you out. You see what I'm getting at? You see what I'm getting at? And it's really touching. That was really touching. Even Chizubu, she's in this. I know people are looking at her Chizubu's backside and all that stuff, you know. Now, the after credit, and really, really good episode. That was really good. Now, after the credits, Ruka decided, like, I'm gonna call truce. First of all, you pretend this fake relationship to help your grandma and everything else with Chizubu, you know, with her grandma and stuff. So you know what? I'm gonna call it truce. I won't blast. I won't go in. I'm just going to play it fair and square. That's how Ruka is. Now, she got a present. And they forgot Kazuya's birthday. They giving her a present. Now, the biggest thing. Now, not only the ending was good. My girl. My favorite girl. My favorite girl. Appeared at the end with Kazuya's gift. This girl, Sumi, best girl out of everybody, best freaking girl. Let me tell you this. Sumi is gonna have her moment. Every episode, Sumi has every freaking moment, and it never fails. And then next week, they going in an aquarium. I'm telling you right now, Sumi is gonna like bedazzle. It's like the glitter, like whoosh. And I'm telling you right now, Sumi's gonna have the best moment. I mean, you talking about moments that Sumi, like, you talking about best character development. Sumi has that. And I'm telling you right now, next week, get ready. I'm telling you right now, go get ready. Every Sumi fan, you know what? And I dedicated something. Next week, when Sumi gets her Sumi episode comes, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna present every Sumi collection I have because this is gonna be everything dedicated to Sumi. Everything. Watch what happens. Sumi, we're ready for you. And next week, you're gonna have your moment, strong and well. But like I said, this episode is really good. It's like, forget the comedy that it has. You gotta understand, Rent a Girlfriend is one of those shows that worst comes to worst. I mean, deception, lies, the sexual assault that Ruka did to Kazuya, you know, all that was jam-packed into one. And when I see this episode, when I saw this episode, I gotta say, sure, it had some nonchalant funny moments. But there were some serious moments that you have to look upon it just by watching it. And that's why this episode was really good. But nevermore, next week is Sumi's episode, and I'm looking forward to it. So I look forward for next week's episode of Rent the Girlfriend Season 2, episode 11, and I'm sure you will.